Hi crafty YouTubers, it's the Cranky Crafter here, and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator. My name's Sarah. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm coming on because I'm going to show you how I did my first design team project for the wonderful Pootles Papercraft. I was so excited to be able to do this because being on her design team, I've watched her for a number of years now, and I was absolutely thrilled when we were at the retreat and she gave a few of us and this stamp set, which is beautiful. I'm in love with this stamp set. She gave it to us for free and said, would you like to design some projects for my design team? I jumped at the chance because I've watched her for coming up 4 years now, and I was absolutely so excited. So for my first design team project, I don't know if some of you have seen. If you haven't, you can pop over onto my blog. I've posted it on there. I designed this card. Now, I designed it using the Orange Blossom stamp set, but when we were at the retreat, we learned a technique of masking. I have done masking before in the past, and I think some of you probably have too. But for the sake of newcomers and everything who don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. So I designed this card, and it says there's always something to be thankful for. It needed to turn a little bit more. I didn't get it completely straight. So you get the chance to do it again. And here are the two cards that I made at the retreat. This one has a different sentiment that isn't, is it? One second. No, this sentiment isn't in this stamp set, but this is Orange Blossom around the outside, and fantastic, isn't it? Really pretty, this technique. And then again, I did this one. This sentiment isn't in the Orange Blossom stamp set, but I used the Orange Blossom stamp set to do the masking on this card too. So these were the two I did at the retreat, and then I did a third card for the design team project for Pootles. And I'm going to show you how I did this one. So this is the stamp set. It is absolutely stunning stamp set. I can't stop playing with it, to be honest. It says there's always something to be thankful for. That's the, we won't be using that today. I'm going to change it up. I'm going to use this one here, which is Hey Friend. This one says thank you, and in brackets a lot. Then it's got, where is it? It says out of sight there. Then over here it says, but never out of mind. So you could put that on the front and put that one inside. Then it's got just a small token, and then it's got here of my big appreciation. So again, just a small token can go on one side or on the outside, and then of my big appreciation can go inside. Then you've got, there's always something to be thankful for. Today it's you. And then we have the berries and the branch for the berries, and little berries there, and a leaf, and these are that you can use like as pips or something, or for the inside of the card. Then you have a nice leaf here and a flower. I think that's a stem. Yes, I think that's the stem for these flowers here. And then there's another leaf there. This I believe is like for the orangey blossom type thing. And then it says hey friend. It creates, I mean, some of these patterns, look, aren't they beautiful? Really pretty. So I'm going to show you how to do it. Leave that there. Today we're going to be using the pink cardstock. Now all the measurements for these are on my blog, so if you want the measurements, pop across to my blog. And this is just a piece of A4 cut in half and folded in half to make an A5 card. Is it an A5 or an A6? I can never remember. Then we have a layer, and this layer is, it is on the blog if you want to, so don't fear. If you this is 5 and 5 5 5/8 by 4. 5 5/8 by 4. I don't know what it is in inches. I'm sorry, folks. I only work in I don't know what it is in centimeters. I'm sorry, folks. I only work in inches. Is that metric? And then you have the top layer, which I'm using, which is Whisper White, and that is 3 3/4 by 5 and 4. No, 3/8. 5 3/8. So that's how I've done them, like that. And then I'll do a second piece of white cardstock, which is exactly the same. They're the same size, for the insert. That was, yeah, for the insert. So we're going to stick that in first, and I'm going to see if I've got any of this left, because my Chelsea's been using it to do her scrapbooking. So just quickly pop that inside. Like so. Not exactly straight, but, and then pop the green on. This is Lemon Lime Twist. I think that's run out. Oh dear. Have we got another one? Yeah, got another one. Now you can get these tape runners on Stampin' Up. They call them snail. So if you don't forget to get your basics while you're over there. That just gives a little board all the way around, and I could have, I'm rushing for the camera's sake, but you know, you can take a little bit more time. Now I have my piece of card here, and we're going to use a couple of post-it notes. And what I do is I get 2 post-it notes and I join them together like this to make a longer one, so that it goes across your card. Now I'm going to do it so it needs to be 1 inch. You come in 1 inch on one side and you come in 2 inches of the other side. So you grab a ruler, or even do it this way, because each one of these blocks is 1 inch. So pop that there. Whoops, come off. I'm really shaky today. I don't know why. I think it's because it's really hot, and I woke up in awful pain this morning. And this doesn't want to stick. So pop them together. Right, start again. Right, line this up. Now each block is 1 inch, so you come in 1 inch this end, and then 2 inches this end. So you go across the card. Oh, my hands, everything's not wanting to work. Like so. So 1 inch this end, 2 inches that end, and that's how you put your post-its. Then we're going to stamp, and we're going to stamp a branch first, and we're going to use Berry Burst. We're going to use Tranquil Tide, I think. So we're going to use Tranquil Tide as our for our branch, and I've already got ink all over me. I put my thumb in it. What am I like? What am I like? Instead of the cranky crafter, I should be the messy crafter, shouldn't I, really? Right. So we're going to use the Tranquil Tide, and we're just going to stamp our little branch, like so. all around. Don't worry if it gets a little bits on it, you know, if you're not perfect. You don't need to be perfect, folks. Look, as I said, that's gone a bit funny, but you don't need to be perfect. Only we notice these errors. So we've done that now. We're going to do the berry burst. We're going to do the berries. Just pop these on. I'm loving this stamp set. I mean, look at those berries. They're so... Look. How can you not love them? Oh. Yeah. Turn around. Bright eyes. And now we're going to use a tiny, as in the stamp set, there's a tiny, the 3 berries there. So what I've used this branch and these berries, and now I'm going to use the 3 berries there to fill in the gaps. And this is really quite small, so you probably need to use one of the really small blocks, but I haven't got one, so I'm going to use a 2-inch block. And I'm just going to pop it on the, you can see, just pop it on a corner of a 2-inch block. And I'm going to use powder pink, which was the same colour as the base card. And just fill in the blanks. This is mainly just to like make it look fuller. And don't be afraid to go off the edge. We want you to go off the edge because we want to make sure that there is a defined edge there. There you go. That side's done. So then we pull it off and look, isn't that pretty? And now we're going to do the same on the other end. So we're going to get our measurements. And this time, where it's gone in 2 inches this end, we want to come in 1 inch. So we swap them around and we come in the 1 inch there. Get the paper around the right way. So 1 inch there and 2 inches there, like that. There we go. And I have got, oh, I swear I must be the messiest. I love stamping, but I am the messiest person ever when it comes to stamping. Oh, I end up with mucky fingers. Right, we go back to the branch. Right. Make sure I get the right colour of ink. So stamp off first, because I have stuck these on the blocks the wrong way up. And all it does then, it gives you a great big mush of ink. So just do one in here like that. Oh, let's see now. I didn't clean that off the edge. I should have. But never mind. You will do that when you come to do yours. Don't do that, what I've just done. And we go back to our berries on this block. And it's the berry burst. don't know why I didn't put a piece of scratch paper down either. It's a bit messy. And I'm just going to tap the top of those berries and put them in there like that, and also one in there. And down there like that, just to give it a little bit of then you go back and my 3 little berries again, and I'm just gonna fill in the gaps. And I've messed up again. But you can take your time doing it and don't rush like I'm doing just because I'm filming, you see. And I don't edit my videos, so what you see is what you get, I'm afraid. And if I make a mistake, I make a mistake and I leave it in there, because no crafter is perfect. And they'd be lying if they said otherwise. We all make mistakes. So we finished with the Tranquil Tide and the powder pink, and now all that's left to do now is to stamp. There you go. Is to stamp the sentiments. Wipe that up. We can finish with the post-it note. Let's see if I can get it straight this time. So what I think I'll do is I think I might put that there. Oh, I can put it at a jaunt. Just go with that. And I'm going to use the Berry Burst ink to stamp my sentiments. There we go. Oh, missed it there. Let's see if I can. Still missed. I'll just give it a second to. There we go, but I got a bit. It went a bit, but never mind. You get the This is just to give you the ideas. It's not to get it perfect and show you a perfect card at the end. I'm saying that. I'm sticking to it. So that's because I went down and down. I should have done it properly the first time round, and then I would have got it right. But I'm going to leave it like that, you know. I might put a piece of ribbon underneath it so it hides it, or a little bow. You could put a little bow there. In actual fact, I think that's what I'm going to do. I got some nice, that's pear pizzazz, maybe not that one. Let's go with the pink ribbon. So let's go and see if I can tie a pretty bow. Oops. Bunny ears, bunny ears. Hands up. Everything's playing up today. But I'm not complaining, folks. I'm not complaining. I like it when it's warm. I hate it when it's cold. So, let's do And we're going to get a glue dot if I can find them. So there's always ways to cover up your mistakes, so don't panic. So I'm just going to pop it there, underneath there, and then pop on my bow. There you go. You can still see the sentiment. And now we're going to pop this up on dimensionals. Now there's ink and stuff on the back of this because I didn't put a scratch piece of paper down. And where I stamped off the card, the ink obviously transferred onto the mat. And then when you move the paper around, it goes on there like that. Then we're going to pop that on there. Like so. And all that's left to do now is to stamp the inside of the card. And what sentiment shall we use? We used Hey Friend on the back, and inside I think it is I'm going to put just a small token. So oops, the dice. Use this block to clean it up. Make sure that's up the right way. Yeah. Everywhere. Clean your hands before you touch the white, so you don't get marks everywhere. There you go, just a small token. So there's your card. And as I said, you know, don't be afraid to make mistakes. It's not the end of the world, it's only a piece of paper. And you can always cut another piece of paper. Or you can cover it up and do what I've done and, you know, create something to go over the top of it. I don't think it's that bad, you know, and hey, you've got a nice little bow there. So this is based on the design team project I made for Pootles Papercraft. I hope you've enjoyed my tutorial, warts and all, and I hope you give it a go. It's fairly easy to do, you know, the masking technique, and I've really enjoyed using this stamp set and doing the masking technique. It's a perfect stamp set for doing this technique. So don't forget, if you want to get the orange blossom, you just pop over to my Stampin Up store, and that is thecrankycrafts.com. You'll go and you'll find the front page. Above there you'll find shop now. Click on that and it'll take you to my shop where you can join up and create an account and order your lovely Orange Blossom stamp set. And I can guarantee you will have lots of fun playing with this stamp set. I love it. Now, the Pootles design team is running all month. I will be a design team member for the month of July. So I've got 3 more projects coming, and they will be released on every Thursday of the month. So don't forget, that's very exciting. Put it in your diaries. Or if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, click on subscribe, and that way you'll be notified of my next instalment of Pootles Papercraft design team project. Or you can go over to my Facebook group, which is, again, the Cranky Crafter on Facebook, and join that group. And then you will see I post my blog posts on there. So go over to there and join that group. And I've got a challenge running at the moment, a tone on tone challenge. And let me say, just so you know, if you want to join in the tone on tone challenge, you don't have to use Stampin' Up products. Obviously, I do sell Stampin' Up products, but you know, this challenge is not solely for Stampin' Up projects. So if you haven't got Stampin' Up products, don't feel like you can't join in, because you can. So just go over and watch the video, which is the tone on tone 3x3 cards, and it will tell you about the challenge. So thanks folks for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed my video. Warts and all, as I said, I make mistakes, everybody does, but you know, I'm going to keep them in to show you that you can overcome mistakes. So thanks a lot folks, bye for now, and have a wonderful crafty day.